Good morning. I'm back. Hey, you guys, welcome to Foodie Time. We are a connect and grow chat. We're here every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. And what we do is we help people to connect to each other, channels to connect to other channels, communities to connect to other communities. It's been a lot, you guys, but it's working because we have so many different communities in here now. I'm just extra excited. Hey, you guys, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't explain all of what happened yesterday. I caused a little bit of a panic, I think, because I didn't explain exactly what happened. Yes, I did go to the hospital. Yeah, as you get older, and I realize I'm one of the oldest people in this freaking community. Oh my God. But anyway, as you get older, things just happen. Things just happen. You guys, it really was my fault, okay? Because and this goes to the point that you should never take your medication for granted. That's all there is to that. If a doctor prescribes something to you, do not take that for granted because y'all, I did that mess to myself. And I didn't mean to, but things just happen. Well, right before I was getting ready to go on my cruise, I went to Walmart to refill my medication. And when I got there, they told me that my diuretic I had already refilled and I couldn't refill it. And I was like, really? Because I don't have it out on my, I don't have it out with the rest of my stuff. I got a lot of supplements and whatnot. So anyway, I said, okay, well, I'll look for it, y'all. Well, you know how things go right before you leave on a cruise. I did not look for it too long. I looked for it, but I didn't look for it. So there you go. So by the time we left for the cruise, I didn't have my diuretic. And y'all, if I don't take my diuretic, well, you see how that goes. I ended up, when I came back from the cruise, I was feeling dizzy. I did find the refills, by the way. And I still only took like one of my diuretic pills when I came back. And I regret that because I am very sodium sensitive. I don't really have to take blood pressure medication because when they put me on blood pressure medication, it makes my blood pressure drop a lot. And then I pass out and stuff like that. So they put me on the diuretic because it seems that sodium affects me a lot. And if I stay on the diuretic, especially on situations where you're eating a lot of salt, which by the way, that happens so much on a cruise, you don't know what you're eating, you don't know what the salt intake is. And well, as it happens, I had too much sodium at some point. I guess it stayed in my system because my ankles were swollen and all that, and my whole body was just swollen for a few days. So I didn't have my diuretic. I didn't take a diuretic. Then what was it? Monday night, I started getting dizzy, and I was getting ready to get in the bed. And Jorge was already asleep because he gets up at 6 a.m. So I was already getting in the bed, and all of a sudden, it's like the room started spinning. Okay, yeah. I was just like, I'm about to pass out. This has happened to me before for low blood pressure. And I kept thinking, okay, I need to get to my blood pressure cup, which was in the front room, and find out if my blood pressure was too high or too low. And I said to Jorge, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I woke him up. I said, something is really wrong. I got to get to the front room. And he was half asleep. So he didn't even see me practically crawling. I mean, yeah, I was practically crawling to the front room trying to find my blood pressure cup. And then when I found it and got it going, I found out my blood pressure was 173. Okay, so by that time, Jorge had come to the front room and was like, what is going on? I said, my blood pressure is really high. I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor because I don't take lisinopril or anything like that. And I don't, know what to do. So he went and got his lisinopril because he has lisinopril. He gave me 2 times, which I would not suggest anybody ever do that, by the way. Don't ever take somebody else's medication, even your husband's. But he gave me 2, which was 20 milligrams of lisinopril. And that didn't help because, like, a little while later, it was up to 175. I said, all right, we got to go to emergency. We get to emergency, and you know how they do. Well, the nurses in here know what I'm talking about. I got to emergency, and I was at the front desk, and I was still spinning, y'all. I was still like looking at the lady. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I was I think I looked like I was about to pass out. But anyway, so she said, come around to the inside here and let me take your blood pressure. And then before I could even say, well, what now? She had somebody grab me, put me in a wheelchair. They rolled me to the stroke protocol. It was some kind of code something, and they had like 4 or 5 people around me doing different stuff. It was bizarre. One person was checking my blood sugar, another person was doing an IV. There was somebody telling me to lift my arm, this arm up, that foot up, that leg. I mean, it was crazy. But at least I know my emergency room is ready if something ever happens to me. But it was just so crazy, y'all. So all I kept thinking is, oh God, I'm dying. My father had a stroke. Yeah, it was a minor stroke. It wasn't a full blown, crazy stroke. And he always used to say to me, Vicky, be sure to take your blood pressure every day, because you know that you are sodium sensitive. And I took it for granted. I'm really guilty of that. So anyway, y'all, long story short, I passed all the tests. They did a CT scan, an MRI, an EKG. I was thinking to myself, is there anything left to scan? But I was glad that they were doing that. They made us stay there and observe me the whole, and I watched the lisinopril kicking in, by the way. At first it went up to 176. I think it was higher than 176 when the lady, well, she literally ran from the front desk to the back door, got the lady with the wheelchair. They practically ran me down the hallway. I was thinking to myself, I'm dying. Oh my God, I'm dying. But anyway, all of that to be said, I was fine. We didn't leave the hospital though until after they finished all the tests, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So y'all were done. There was no way I was going to be able to do a live that day. Even though I said to my husband, what about my live? And he just looked at me and said, go to bed. It was funny, that part. Anyway, so I did sleep until 12 o'clock or something like that, and woke up. Yeah, I had a pretty calm night last night. No more events. My blood pressure went all the way down to 117. I was like, okay. But anyway, so I talked with my doctor, and she was telling me, well, we're going to watch you. She says, first of all, I'm sending another refill for your diuretic, and we're going to watch what's going on and make sure that you're okay. So they did that. I went to the hairstylist last night and got my hair did, and went on Sherman's show and talked to him and Shannon. So I had a calm night yesterday, and I slept really good last night. Yeah, I think I'm good, but I'll tell you what, I'm not missing another diuretic again. And I'm never, ever, ever cruising without my medication again. I was just like, okay, this is God telling me, girl, you better straighten up. Hello, gave you a thumbs up, and we scheduled a posted for live on our community tab. It will post 10 minutes before the live starts. Let's get these connection engines. This is Blessing Through Connection. Blessing Through Connection has got a live today at 2 o'clock. So be sure and go check Mary out. Hey, Angie, got your stickers, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. I also read about your cat. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about that, sweetie. I mean, you are having a rough year for sure. When it comes to your pets, it's really hard. Scott, welcome in, Scott. Good morning, Foodie, driving and listening. Mr. Scott Smith, welcome in. Nettie. Thank you, Nettie, for all your concern and sending me messages and stuff. And I'm sorry that I didn't explain at the time. I was just so tired. I couldn't explain. I went back and looked at what I wrote, and I was like, no wonder everybody's like, okay, V's dying. I didn't really finish the thought. Yeah, I'm sorry. So thank you, Nettie, for showing your concern and your support. Team Reese, hi, Kiki. Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Foodie Time, sweetheart. And then there's the Bud File, Sue, bringing in the sunshine. It's only like 70 degrees here today. My dog, I couldn't even get him to come back inside today. He was like a little kid. I was like, if I have to chase this dog, we're in trouble. Nettie says, I'm dancing to the house music. Never got here at the beginning. Really? Never heard the beginning music, girl. Okay. Well, yep. Every morning I play some good strong. Let's get it going. Foodie time music because I gotta get pumped up. You know, Kathy and Brian, Travel Cake Trips. Good morning, dear. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was watching something of yours yesterday. I'm not even sure. I can't remember. Like I said, I was still a little sleepy last night, but I did manage to watch Sherman's live and finally saw Shannon. I've never seen Shannon before, and then also. Like I said, got my hair done, because you can't miss a hair appointment. I don't care what happens to you. Look, if you miss a hair appointment, it's like missing a doctor's appointment. They're like, well, we can't book you until next month. I know y'all don't want to see that. Anyway, Danny Dizzle the Fizzler, spectacular supporter. How you doing, Danny? I was listening to Jeremy and them talk about TikTok this morning. I'm not on TikTok, y'all. And when I found out Lori's on TikTok and she needs my help, Lori, I love me some Lori. Okay, so I was like, okay, I got to figure out how to get on TikTok so I can help Lori. So Lori, I'm going to figure out how to get on TikTok. But hooty hoo! Hey, Clint from the Gen X Effect. Vicky, hands heart, red heart. I love that red heart, but it's not showing, but I know what it looks like. Meditation is starting, but I'll be back morning. Oh, you are smart to do meditation. Shoot, I may have to do that myself, Clint. I know Jimena, she does all this kind of stuff that is really calming, but it's also during my show. So Patty Skywalker show. Hey, Patty Skywalker. Hi, host, and everyone. Welcome in. Now, if you are new to the channel and new to the chat, please, please, please type hashtag grow so that everybody can go check you out because it's going to show your link. Nightbot's going to show your link when you do hashtag grow, just so you know. Hey, I'm a poet and didn't know it. Okay, I'm being silly today. I'm just glad to be here, y'all. Literally glad to be here. But anyway, so we're going to continue on and say hello to everybody. Everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here. Oh, Zach's here. Zach's supposed to be in school. Zach is here. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hey, Foodie Time. And Kathy said, happy to see you feeling better. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. I am happy to be feeling better. Okay. Zach says, hey, it's Foodie Time. Good morning, Mrs. Vicky. Hope you're feeling better. You guys, this morning, I'm still a little dizzy, which makes me think some of this has to do with, what do you call it when you're dizzy all the time? I can't remember, but I've had it before where you start seeing spinning stuff. And anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, but hands on hips, shaking my head. She's talking about the music. Good morning. Hi, Life with Tanisha, bringing in the information. Good morning. Happy National Root Beer Float Day. I love root beer, do not like floats, but I'll take the root beer. Yeah. National Wiggle Your Toes Day. Good idea. Really, it is a good idea, especially when you're sitting for long periods of time. National Social Engineering Day. Now that I'm not familiar with. And National Fresh Breath Day. I have a cousin who carries peppermints in her purse. I mean, I'm not talking 3 or 4 peppers. She has whole, baggies full of peppermints. She gives them out to people all the time. I mean, continuously. And I know people are wondering, what the heck, girl? You tried to tell me my breath is bad, but she's just one of them people. She likes to give out candy. It's hump day, y'all. It's hump day. Wednesday is hump day. And you guys, I missed Taco Tuesday, but I'm just going to tell you, I wasn't even that concerned about it. So many things going on. Oh, yeah, gotta go teach those young minds, Zach. Hope y'all have a fantastic day. Thank you, Zach, for coming in right before school. I appreciate you, sweetie. I really do. I appreciate all of y'all, especially when you go through so much trouble to come and say hello to me in the morning. This is the day, the part of the day that I enjoy the most. It's like everybody in the morning is all happy and friendly and we're just chatting away. And if you haven't been to Go Live Together before us, you need to go there and say hello to my friends, Jeremy, Cheryl, and Eddie, because they got me started doing this stuff. Okay. I just loved coming to the live so much that I said, okay, I'm going to do this. But anyway, controversial cruising, foodie time. Hi, Scott. How are you doing, Scott? I missed your live yesterday that you did for the members, but I'm going to go back and look at it again because it looked very instructional. So if you're not a member of Scott's channel, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but Scott is trying to give us some information, as members, and I love that. I was thinking when I, finally get monetized with y'all, I'm like on the cusp right now. I mean, seriously, I think I'm just a few hours away, but when I do, I'm going to try and find some way of giving back something of value that I don't normally talk about. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, everybody's coming in. There's Travel with Josiane. My buddy Josiane is going to be on after me at 12 o'clock p.m. Don't miss her. Je parle français. And she doesn't speak any French on her. Maybe you should do that, sweetie. Speak a little French. People love to hear French. It's such a cool sounding accent. But anyway, Patty Skywalker, amazing community here. Thank you, sweetie. It is an amazing community. You don't have to tell me. Every morning, I thank God for this community. They are sweeties in every way, y'all. In every way. Okay, you guys were so supportive. Yes, I did get my sheet. If Ron is in here, I did cry a little bit. I was like, I should have explained to people that I'm, not on the brink of death. Yesterday. Things just happen. Blanket, hello. Got to get ready for work. Scott, thank you for coming in. I don't even know what time it is there. It's 7 a.m. Dude, when do you sleep? Just want to know. Denise, Bone Tied Travelers, Vicky, hey girl, how are you doing? You know what I went through when I hit that triage is what I called it, when they said, okay, we got to find out, is she having a stroke? I was thinking to myself, am I having a stroke? I mean, they were thinking it. I was thinking it. I was like, I wasn't sure what exactly was going on until they started asking me to lift my arms, and lift my legs, and point to this finger and pull it back to your eye. I was like, man, I don't even know if I can pass this test. But anyway, hey, girl, Laura. Yes, I got to figure out how to get on TikTok. Okay. Hashtag GLT Raid. Thank you for coming in, my friend. So supportive. Thank you, by the way, for all you're doing in the background. You are such a sweetie pie. I don't know what I did to deserve y'all. Kathy Mills. Good morning. Hashtag GLT Raid. Kathy Mills. I heard what you said about gaining weight on a cruise. Girl, I lost 0.3 pounds, but let me just say, it was a very short cruise. Given enough time, I would have gained some weight. Good morning, Linda. Linda comes on at 1 p.m. after Josiane, and she's going to be crafting. So go see my buddy Linda. She sings a little bit sometimes. You can get her started if you start singing a song. If it's a song she knows, let's put it that way. Okay, you guys, let's see what's going on. Lori said she was concerned, but glad to see you. I am so glad to be here. You just don't know. You don't know. Camille, hey, good morning, Camille. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for the green hearts. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've been having some things going on that we know about in her community and my community, and it's just been some sad stuff going on. But prayers for all the people that are going through trying times right now because of deaths in the family and whatnot. Oh my goodness, it's been a lot this year, y'all. It's been a lot. I don't know if anybody else has noticed. This year seems to be pretty crazy. Lori says, listen to your body, Vicky, and act on it. I know, and I did. I'm glad I did. I was thinking about that. If I hadn't gotten the dizzy spell and went and looked at my blood pressure, ain't no telling what could have happened. I might have really actually had a full-blown stroke. I said to Jorge, it was funny because he was like, do you feel it? Do you feel like you're having a stroke? That's what he said to me in the car. I guess he was getting a little concerned. I'm like, I don't know. I have a headache. Does that count? And then he started speeding even faster. I said, dude, do not crash, please. Just do not crash. I love my husband, but sometimes he just cracks me up. I'm like, okay, do not panic. He is a He was a firefighter. He was a soldier. He was a police officer. He does have a tendency to say, okay, I can get us there in 5 minutes. Just like, no, I want to get there in one piece. Thank you. I know this is something you're used to doing. I ain't used to being going fast. Sherman says, good morning, still in gym listening. Sherman, working out them biceps. Look, Sherman is a big guy. He is really tall, and he looks like he's really fit. I haven't seen you in person yet, Sherman, so I'm assuming from the, top half of you that you are really strong. So go, Sherman. Oh, wow. I know it was a lot, Camille. It was freaking a lot. Okay. Life with Tanisha, big no. Do not take anyone's prescribed medications. I don't even know why I listened to him. He said to me, he says, I've got lisinopril. Will that help? And I was sitting there thinking, I think so. I have taken lisinopril again, but no, I would not advise that. Big no. Stroke alert. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Anthony. On the move. Hello, everyone. Hello, Anthony. How are you doing? Welcome into Foodie Time. Lori said, I've been in your shoes. They took my clothes off. And I didn't remember what happened next, but I ignored the signs. Girl. Now, that has happened to me before. I had one long time ago, I had like a heart palpitation, whatever you call that situation where it seems like you're having a heart attack. And yeah, so I know it's like when you walk through and they strip you before you even get to the door. Real good. I mean, through the door, you're like, oh my God. I'm so glad you're okay, friend. I am too. Thank you, Camille. Thank you for the hearts. And I'm glad, but you know what? I'm not taking my diuretic for granted ever again. Yeah. Before I even started this day out, I did my blood pressure check. I'm going to do it again this evening. Yeah, check your BP at least one and keep a record of your readings. That's what my doctor said. So I'm recording it for her right now twice a day and take the readings to each of your doctor's appointments. I am definitely going to do that because, I really don't, like I said, I don't normally have high blood pressure issues unless I eat that's really high in salt. So most of the time, my blood pressure is fine. Like today, this morning was 122/75. Okay. Most of the time, if I don't eat something really high in salt, I have normal blood pressure. But if I get sodium in my system and I don't have my diuretic, forget about it. It's really scary. It really is. Going to the doctor. Lafita, going to the doctor is so freaking scary, y'all. Anyway, or a hospital, because you think in your mind, at least I do, because I've seen too much this year. You're thinking in your mind you're going to leave, but there's a possibility you're not going to leave. Man. Anyway, you look at it. You go to the hospital. I saw some stuff, y'all. A lady came in next to me that was in a car accident. It made me cry. Okay. She was crying. I was crying. I'm like, somebody give this woman something for pain. I don't know exactly what all had happened to her, but I could see blood from her foot and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, okay, as much as I'm going through right now, that woman, I was crying for her. Good morning, Foodie. Good morning, everyone. Lafita. Girl, I went to Lafita's live, and Lafita, y'all got to check out Lafita. Okay. She is just, I love your compassion. I love the way you talk with people, especially the young girls, because we always talk about this, but us older women, we kind of have to help the young girls right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. It's just a lot. And she does. And thank you for that, Lafita. I wanted to tell you that in your live, but you were busy at the time talking to the young girls. But I do want to say I appreciate that you are helping out the younger generation, try to get them to understand that you've already been through it. And I know I have too. We need to help the younger generation, y'all. That's all there is to that. Please type hashtag Grow Lafita so people can check you out and go to your channel, okay? Me Too times elevate me to you. I mean, Me Too times. I got to tell you, when I went over there and saw you had 299, I was like, oh my God, we got to get her to 300. That's just me. Anyway, but welcome into Foodie Time. So glad to see you. Type hashtag grow when you get a chance. Somebody show them how it's done. Okay, it's 10:08. in the chat, and I am going too slow. 117 is a great number. It was a great number. I was so glad to see that, y'all. And I'm pretty sure they were glad to see it. Glad to see it too. And had a heart attack. What did I miss, Danny? Okay, that's deep. Oh, okay, I got it. My grandma had lots of mini strokes. That's what led to her dementia. I remember when I was in middle school, I was in the cafeteria, and my mom was at the same school. She said, Grandma is in the hospital and had a heart attack. Oh, sorry about that, dear. Them heart attacks. Whew. Scotty J, whoop whoop. Scotty J will be on today at 9:30 p.m. But the anchors are away. Scotty J travels. So glad to see you. Happy Humpty Hump Day. Happy Humpty Hump Hump. Hey, how you doing, Scotty? Scotty is hilarious. Y'all can't miss that live. In fact, all the lives today are going to be good. I mean, we really chatted up on Wednesdays, y'all. I mean, my community is all over the place. I mean, everywhere from, Scotty and Edna's world, because Edna, part of her community is part of my community. I mean, we're all over the place. On Wednesday, oh, and at 8 o'clock, Antoinette at Fun. And Antoinette comes on at 8 p.m. tonight. So, I'm just all over the place on Wednesday, but I ain't going to miss nothing, y'all. I ain't going to miss it. Okay. Blessed to Crochet, welcome in. Blessed to Crochet is also Blessings with Connections. And thank you, Mary, for coming in. Everybody said hello to each other. I'm going to have to come down a little bit here. Ryan says, morning, all working and lurking. Ryan, I need to talk to you. We need to converse about tomorrow because I was planning to do that yesterday, and you see how yesterday went. But anyway, so I'm definitely doing it today because I don't want to wait till the last minute and make sure that I'm hooked up right and so forth and so on. Okay, so everybody's still saying hello. Okay, someone typed, there was Blessed to Crochet. She typed hashtag grow, showing how it's done. Lefita says, yes, be careful. I know, right? I hate my Lasix on cruise. Okay. I don't know what that has to do with Lori, but you're going to have to explain it to me. Blessed to Crochet. I changed that live till 4 p.m. today. We have to go to Sam's Club. Okay, so change at 2 o'clock for Blessing to 4 p.m. Okay, 4 p.m. That's when she's going to be on live. You can go there and connect with other communities, meet new people, etc., etc. It is a connections chat. Not necessarily grow, because it's also for people who just want to meet other people. And that's great, okay? So everybody's saying hello, hello. Glenn, oh, thank you for the light, Glenn. Thank you for coming in, my friend. Welcome to Foodie Time. There we go. We got, Lori says, I want to jump in the water behind you. It is beautiful, is it not? Oh, that's right. I've changed. Hello, y'all. We're just talking away. Didn't even mention we're in Bora Bora today. Okay, just so you know, this is the clear waters of Bora Bora. I love this picture. So there you go. You guys are funny. Okay, so we're almost down to. I won't even say bottom because that would be a lie. Lori said, I do need to change the banner, y'all. So I'm going to do that. Thank you. I'm good now, but TikTok has its pluses. Oh, you're good. Well, that's good. Congratulations. Yes. And I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah, because everybody keeps talking about it, and I know nothing about TikTok, y'all. Not a thing. So there you go. Not a thing. So let me get back to the chat. You guys, there's so many different social medias. I tried to hook up to Facebook. That was the day I crashed 3 times, y'all. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing that unless I change to EV Mux or something else that allow me to do that. Camille coming in, Serenity Sleep Garden. This is her Serenity Garden channel where she plays the nice calming music that you in sounds that you need to go to sleep. Sometimes it helps to have that extra push to go to sleep, y'all. Jennifer, Embarkation Nation, glad you are feeling better. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. I am feeling a lot better. Uh, Vertigo. That was what I was trying to think of, Denise. I should have said one of the nurses probably knows. Yeah, I do have bouts of vertigo. I have a few weird things. Tinnitus. I got in the military, so I'm a disabled veteran because I got tinnitus in the military. Also, vertigo. Uh, I don't know what causes the vertigo, y'all. It seems like whenever I change medications, I end up with vertigo. So there you go. And I just recently changed the medication. So anyway, it'll probably go away. Lord have mercy, feel better. Levita said, I know. I know, right? You know, it's not the worst than not knowing what's wrong with you when you're going to the hospital because you're thinking, oh God, am I going to leave? Captain Billy J Travels. Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Vicky. The real captain is here. That is my buddy there, Billy. Billy knows a lot of stuff, y'all. People take Billy's knowledge for granted, but he knows a lot of stuff. Thank you, Vicky. You're welcome, Scott. Scott is so awesome. Yeah, and I really am happy that you're showing us some stuff, dude. I didn't join your membership just so you tell me stuff. I just like you. No, I joined Scott's membership because Scott has always been very helpful to me. Okay, him and Ryan and Bill and Eddie and Jeremy and Cheryl. I mean, they have all been really helpful to me, helped me out with things and stuff, and I appreciate that. Amen. Hallelujah. I know. Warm Strong Adventures. Hey, Bill. Hey, Mr. Bill. Good morning. Yeah, I'm here. You know, when you come out of the hospital, Bill, it's a win. It's a win. It's a win. Lori Barber, have a great day, Scott. Oh, it's hi, Diamond Painting Cutie. How are you doing today? Welcome into Foodie Time. Blessed said, toward the end of the month, we gave you a shout out on both channels at Warm Strong Adventures. Oh, yeah, she does shout outs and musical shout outs at that. Yesterday I was listening on Blessing and Connections, Mary, and you guys were playing that disco song that I love that you played. That was so cute. I had to dance a little bit. Hey everyone. Okay, so everybody say hello to everybody. We're such a friendly group of people. We chat all morning long. It's a fact check. We do. Oh, thank you, M2 times. We help each other connect with each other. Okay, we help each other connect. On this channel, we crochet connection, no crochet hook required. Blessed to crochet. She wants to point that out because she thinks that people are intimidated by the word crochet. And honestly, even crocheting is not that hard, y'all. I'm going to tell you, I did it as a teenager, and somebody just showed me in class. I mean, I started crocheting in class, y'all. That's how bad I was in school, yeah. Danny Dizzle, LOL. Yes, it's fun. And Linda and Denise's bull crafting. That's what it is. Look, thank you for that, Danny. See, she is a excellent, spectacular supporter. She said, "Don't forget, it's bull crafting today." Bull crafting. Okay, so it's Denise and Linda. You get two powerful women for one live. Okay. Yes, indeedy. They're both talented. Linda Toman Create says today is bull crafting day. Sorry, y'all. Purple hearts. Yes. I love purple hearts. Thank you, Lori. Linda Toman Creates. We also gave you a shout out on both channels toward the end of the month. Okay. You've been busy, Mary. Kate Daddy says, can't wait. I know Linda has put in the link somewhere by typing #row. I just probably haven't got to it yet. I love your hubby. Can't wait to meet you guys one day. You will meet us. Oh my gosh. As much as you cruise, and well, we don't cruise as much as you cruise, but we do cruise a little bit. We will meet each other. Oh no, don't do that. No. Don't do what? See, By the time I get to, you know how long it takes me to get to something. By the time I get to it, I don't know what y'all are talking about. JT's going in this afternoon for third knee replacement. Wow. He had left knee in 2019 and right one last year, and he needs a revision right to replace the replacement. What the hell? I know. And it's outpatient. JT, prayers for you, sweetie. The knee thing is a thing. Lori, there is a blood pressure cuff that stores your reading so you don't have to jot it down. I do have that, but unfortunately, everybody uses my blood pressure cuff. They can just scroll through the log. And I can't say get your own blood pressure cuff because I'm glad that they're taking their blood pressure. So, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. My family does have high blood pressure. It runs in our family. So anybody in the family that comes over and does their blood pressure, I'm happy to see it. Bone tired travelers outpatient, are they crazy? I know. Literally. In 2 times, yes. I mean, are they crazy? Knees are the worst. You got to have them, you got to use them, but man, when they're in pain and when you can't walk, it's ugly. I hope he has good pain meds. I know, right? Tanisha typing hashtag grow, showing how it's done. Linda typing hashtag grow so you don't miss bullcrafting today at 1 o'clock. Me 2 times. Yes, you did. Thanks so much. Foodie Vacations, my 300th subscriber. Yes, yes. Anyway, so we're always glad to help people out. That's what we do, y'all. We support people. We help people in this community. And I am so proud to be a part of this community. I just want you to know, Netting JT 2019, about a week or so after weight loss surgery, I ignored how I was feeling. I thought the pain sluggishness was normal. Well, I finally went to the ER. Sepsis. Girl, that's what got dad. Okay, sepsis. Was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I'm glad you came out of the hospital, girl, because some people don't come back from sepsis, and that it can destroy you. I mean, it really can destroy your body, as my dad found out the hard way. It can move really fast. Oh, Ryan says, okay, let me know, and we can pop into the pending live and talk and make sure things are set up for you. We will get together later today. See, he's just freaking awesome. He's working right now, y'all. He's working. Thank you so much, Ryan. I tell you, Lasix, furosemide, equal water pill diuretic. Okay, no, I don't have anything that. I don't have anything like that, sweetie. I got the normal, or I shouldn't say normal, a regular diuretic that they give you for high blood pressure. It's hydrochlorothiazide. What a word, right? But yeah, that sounds crazy. Okay, now I get it. So you also have to take a diuretic. The bad news about diuretics, when you take that diuretic, you better be near a bathroom. That's all I'm saying. Good morning, Texas Cruiser. Good morning. I was like, wait a minute. I passed up my buddy Rick. Texas Cruiser coming in from Galveston. Welcome to Foodie Time, sweetie. How are you doing today? I just love that we have people from all over the United States that come in. Thank you. A bunch at Me Too Times. Appreciate it so much. Oh, sweet. Okay, everybody's connecting. That's even better. But do connect because I think I am. Okay. Okay. Because you think you are. Okay, well, we'll make sure you are, ready and set to do all the things. Well, I don't know anything about TikTok, so I'm just talking out of my head right now. But make sure that you are able to fully participate in the activities of TikTok. There we go. Good morning. Hi, Lucia and Glenn. Glad to see you back. Lucia, those pictures, though, girl. Lucia has been taking some photos. One of them is her in a bathing suit, I think. I don't know. But the other one, the one where you're like, yeah. Lucia. I was like, okay, she's coming out of her shell if Lucia ever had a shell, which I'm sorry, I don't think Lucia has ever had a shell. I love you, girl. She's just so, I don't know, outgoing. That's the word, outgoing. You're so outgoing. Hashtag grow. Thank you. Please connect to Lucia. She's very talented. Her and Glenn make a really funny live that a lot of people, just don't appreciate how talented this woman is. So freaking talented. She plays the piano and sings. I'm just like, you go, girl. Oh my goodness. Barry's got a live today. Hey, good morning. I wrote it down, 6 p.m. for Barry. He is going to be in there in between. Uh, yeah, Bill too. Bill, don't you have a live today? Bill, let me know about your live today. I have dementia. Don't mess with me. Just tell me what it was. Lucia says, oh, Barry. Oh, yeah, you said, hey. I wanted to say what Barry said. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome in, Mr. Cruise and Complete. We talked about, I was on See It With C the other day, and she was talking about the casino because they're getting ready to do one of their NOLA trips and all that stuff, and I was just all in it, y'all. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about casinos that day, so that was before my incident. Yeah, that was not. Anyway, that's what I get for getting too excited about it, right? Vertigo sucks. Oh my God, it's the worst thing. You feel like you're so out of control. Message me after the show. I can tell you how to knack that. Oh. I'm glad because I was going to have to go get the medication. Okay, they did prescribe something for me. Linda says I have tinnitus. Also, those damn crickets never shut up. It's like you get this in your ear. It's like what the. But it did make me a disabled veteran. I was thinking my husband's a real disabled veteran. I'm not in my mind. Okay, true. I got tinnitus from the military. I know it's from the shooting and whatnot. I do know that, but yeah, I get it always. Oh no, I know how you feel. That spinning. I only get it when I change medication. Danny Dizzle says, yeah, my grandpa died in 2014. Then my cousin died in 2019. Then grandma in 2021, a couple of days before Thanksgiving. My family tends to pass around Thanksgiving too. I was actually surprised that this year my father passed in March because normally my mother died 2 days before Thanksgiving, or maybe it was 2 days after Thanksgiving. Yeah. And that seems to happen a lot in our family. Sorry to hear that, sweetie, but we all follow the same path. Yeah, we're all going there. So if that's consolation at all, I don't know. People always say that to me. Well, none of us stay on this earth, and that's the truth. But if you have faith and you believe that you're going to see your family again, a lot of people say that they almost died and they saw their family again. So I would say that's probably a good hint that at some point, dear, you may see your family again. So Linda says, you need to use hashtag not exclamation to share your link. No, Linda didn't say that. Hold it. Wait a minute. What did you say, Linda? You need to use hashtag not. Oh, okay. They're doing the exclamation mark. Yeah. In the Are You Locked In community, they use exclamation mark instead of hashtag. So here you got to use a hashtag. I need to just take the hashtag out. It just confuses everybody. Okay. I'm going to come up with another command too. I think I'll do connect without the hashtag. That way everybody will get it, right? Good morning, Rick. You can put in as many commands as you want to. So Jen Cohen, she's got a lot of commands. Oh my God, Denise, I finally saw cork soakers. My husband likes to watch crazy stuff on YouTube. And one of the things that he watched was an old SNL with Janet Jackson and cork soakers. And she couldn't say it either. So it was hilarious. I thought to myself, this is bad. Sweet Bee Creative Studio. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in, Sweet Bee. How are you doing? Me 2 times. Looks like you got it, man. Girl. Are you a girl or a guy? I guess I should ask that question because I can't tell from the. I'm going to have to go back to your channel to see everything. I only saw what I needed to see that particular day, which was the video that I watched to connect to you. So I need to go back and see who you are. I do visit lives a lot, so I try to get to as many as I can, but we have so many lives in our community. It's crazy. Good morning, Ann. Okay, who's Ann? Oh, is that Sweet Bee? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, there we go. So everybody's still saying hello. I'm saying hello to Ann. This is funny. Oh, Pitt's been giving me lots of purple hearts. Thank you, sweetie. I will take all of those purple hearts. Okay. Today, I really feel it. I really feel it. Nettie says, my fingers get in the way of me trying to crochet. I can't hold my fingers right, nor can I make a good point for a poncho. I'll try again for something to do this winter. Hey, you know what? That's the good news. If you mess it up, you can always try again, right? I've made so many blankets and stuff crocheting when I was younger. In fact, my kids had crocheted blankets and stuff when they were kids. But I haven't crocheted in ever. It's the only thing that I know how to do craft-wise, besides color. I get to meet Vicki and Helen. You do. And I'm going to Helen, Georgia. Helen, Georgia is next year. It's on this list of all these group cruises. At the very end, it says meet up in Helen, Georgia from March 6th to March 8th. I've also got, it was on the first one, I missed it, Darian's other meetup, and I put that in there Monday. Okay. Okay. So, Diamond Painting, please put in your link. Yes, please, Diamond Painting Cutie, please put your link in, #grow. Everybody's putting in #grow. Well, hey, y'all know the assignment. Lori, we each have our own and take it on cruise. Yep, that's true. I need to take mine on the cruise. Hi there, Barry. Hi, Barry. Omron blood pressure cuff. Yeah, I definitely take mine on my cruise normally, but this cruise I was just totally off my game. I don't even know why, y'all, but normally I do. Travels to Josiane says she just connected with me too. Good job. And Clint says the experiment. Wait a minute, you're coming in as two. I love it. Okay, hootie hoo, Vicky. Hands yellow, heart red. I don't think I have that link, dear. Okay. I'm going to have to connect with you on that one too. Dang, Natty. Yeah, I know. Poor JT. Hootie hoo, Vicky. He's messing with my head. Have you been doing broccoli today? Hydrochlorothiazide. Hydrochlorothiazide. We call it HCTZ, and that's what I usually call it, but I couldn't remember that acronym, LOL. Yeah, I take that stuff. I've been taking it for ever. The bad news about it is you cannot go out in the sun. Yeah. When you're taking it. Oh, I take that too. Didn't know it was a diuretic. Also a diuretic, yes. It is a diuretic. And believe me, I know it's a diuretic because as soon as I take it, man, I'm going to tell you what, it works. Yeah, it makes you pee to lower your BP. It really does. Also, on losartan, my blood pressure gets above 180 a lot. Girl, let me just say right now, if your blood pressure gets above 180 a lot, Linda, you better be taking your blood pressure every day. That's all I'm saying. Mrs. Cool. Oh, Mrs. Cool. I had to get earbuds so I can jump up and run. Hence, my left eye not opening all the time, Linda says. What? Take that blood pressure every day. I'm jelly of Lucia and Glenn in a bikini. I know, Angie. What the heck? Lucia, girl, get out there. Look, if you got it, show it, flaunt it. I can't wear a bikini. I don't even think if I was smaller, I could wear a bikini. Anyway, Texas Cruises says Sherman, Uncle Dave, and myself have the inaugural episode of Cruise News. Let's talk about it at 7:30 p.m. Wow, 7:30 p.m. At Texas Cruiser. I'm telling you guys, Wednesday lives are hopping. I think that Bill's is at 7. I'm going to say 7, Bill. Don't quote me, but I'm going to think it. We dissect the cruise news of the day. You know what? You always dissect the cruise news of the day. That's what I like about you, Rick. You get in detail. I like that. Okay. Anyway, 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 Eastern Time. Yes. So let's make sure that we check that out too. Mary Morning. That's to Blessing, who is married. Clint knows everybody. Nettie says, oh, yeah, they loaded him up on meds in advance and instructions for each. JT, we're going to pray for you, sweetie, because that's deep right there. Oh, my gosh. That is so deep. I have to take, Lafita says, I have to take my medicine every day. If I don't, it's not a good day, and I really must change my diet. Girl, don't we all? Look, just look at the channel name. That's all I'm going to say in the logo over there. Look at Foodies Vacation. That's about me, y'all. Anyway, me 2 times. Wow, I didn't know you was a vet also. Oh, you're a vet too? We got quite a few vets, by the way. Linda of Linda that's in here. She's also a veteran. So, and Jeremy and Chet, I think, yeah, Chet. Keisha, hi Keisha, welcome into Foodie Time. How are you doing, girl? Nice to see you. I've seen you a lot on lives in the last few days, so thank you for coming in. Awesome people here. I totally agree. They are so freaking awesome. And look, see, they're saying hello to each other. Everybody's typing their hashtag growth so they can connect to each other. You know, every day we get new people in here. That is so wonderful. Let's try to hit 50 likes. That would be amazing. We're going to need 50 people though for it to happen. I know some of us have double channels, but still. Anyway, so funny. Lori, wow, you're catching up to 10:45 time check. Oh, see, Lori's keeping track because when I hit 11, she's going to say, okay, you got to play after party. We're in the after party. Danny Dizzle, Keisha, hey, nice to see you again. It was fun at Event Chores. Timmy was too much. I went to Event Chores yesterday. Tanya is hilarious to me. She is so funny. Her banter during the show, and she showed you guys know that my favorite world drink is the Curacao Cosmo, and she actually showed that one. Okay, so I was excited. What timing? Oh, you're female. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. I don't remember everybody's pronouns, but I try to, okay? It's nothing worse than calling a guy a girl and a girl a guy when, you know, that's not their pronouns, okay? My dog don't even like when I do that. It's like, you know my pronouns. Don't be playing with me. Because I have a poodle, and poodles tend to look like girls. And so I'll say, doesn't she look pretty? And he'll look at me like the B word, okay? Lori Barber, politically correct. How do you identify? I know, right? Especially if you're my dog. Poor baby, he catches it all the time. LOL. He's a poodle. He just looks like a girl when he's all poodled up or shaved and everything and styled. He looks like a girl poodle. And I used to have a girl poodle, so I can't help it. But anyway, I know, right, Danny? Pretty Timmy over there living his very best life. I know, right? Oh, my gosh. Keisha. Oh, thank you, Patty Skywalker, for all of the compliments. That is really sweet. You are such a nice person. Can't stop walking. Hey, everyone in the room and host. Can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising comes on early in the morning. Early. I haven't made it yet. Can't stop. I have to watch your replays. I, I would tell you that I'm gonna be there, but look, man, my husband gets up at 6, and even then, I'm just like, it's that I love you. Good, have a good day. I mean, one day I wrote him a note to Danny. Oh, Danny, yes, he was. Keisha, my checks hurt from laughing so much from an event yours. Then at TikTok with Germany, Ryan, and Scotty J and others. Yeah, we are a silly group of people. We are one very silly community. I don't know if you realize that. Sherman, hashtag girl. Sherman, my buddy Sherman. And yes, Sherman, I'm almost at the end and I still haven't done the third banner. Third banner. Can you believe we're on a third banner? Oh my gosh. It's crazy. But yeah, we're just chatting it up today, y'all. Chatting it up. Niffer. Hi Niffer. Saw Niffer this morning in a chat. Whose chat was that? That was my buddy's G2 Country Girl had a chat this morning. I had to go check her out. Blessing Josiane. Okay, so Josiane comes on at 12. Y'all do not miss her live. Lori Barber, potassium. I don't go near a bathing suit anymore, but also not allowed to be in the sun. Yeah. hmm That's me too. And I try to avoid the sun anyway, but when you're going to fry like bacon because you're taking a medication, Linda Tolman recreates. I mean, it says right on the medication, right? With all these lives, my schedule is full. LMAO. Sometimes I watch the lives on television and I keep my phone so that I can make comments when I need to because there's just no way. My phone, I don't have that many hours left most times to watch I have to put it, if I'm out, I will keep it off of Wi-Fi. But if I'm at home, I got to put it on Wi-Fi because I just don't have all those hours. It's good to see people on the television so I can get stuff done at the same time. Blessed to Crochet, like we say on both channels, do the YouTube shuffle connection to the right and connection to the left. That's the song. I know. I love it. Majestic Lion Eyes. Hi, how are you doing? Majestic. Welcome to Foodie Time. Okay, Lori is a vet too. I'm sorry, Lori. She's also a Navy vet. Her and Linda are both Navy vets. I'm an Air Force vet. What vet are you, M2 times? And we got a bunch of girl vets. We need to take a cruise called Margaritaville or Islander. Which one of them will let us go free? That's what I'm saying. One of them at least lets us go free. Which one is it? Okay, we need to get together, y'all. Anthony on the move. Anthony says, LaSargent had my face swelling. Ooh. Took how forever to pinpoint this side effect. Them side effects. Anthony, what is it? What is it about the side effects? They tell you on the television, but then later you find out the hard way that that's one of the ones that affects you. Lafita says, okay, beautiful people, I have to go. Have a blessed day, Lafita. Welcome. Thank you for coming. And I'll see you soon out in the YouTube streets. Lori, I don't really like you to catch up because I want you to hit that. She wants me to play. She wants me to play the song. Oh my gosh. Linda Toman said, same, Lori, Navy vet. Navy vets. Yeah, I wanted to go in the Navy, y'all, and I can't swim and never could. I took the class at least 4 times. I just don't swim, y'all. I hope I never have to worry about it. Bish, my brother. Warren. I told y'all when he was looking at me like, it was not good. I was like, okay, I'll stop saying her. And I told Anthony, I said, that's what he said. He said, B, you know my pronouns. That's don't be calling me her. Anyway, I'm driving a big rig. I can't respond, but hi. Please don't respond. Darren, please don't respond. He's driving a big rig, yeah. Whew, he does drive big trucks, okay? Ryan says, identify as a meat popsicle. Name that obscure late 90s movie. Name that 90s movie. I identify as a meat popsicle. Was it the one with the guy? Oh gosh, I know the name of the movie. Oh my gosh. And I know who said it, but I don't remember what the name of the movie is. Okay. I feel the same way about my female corgi. They look like males until they do the wiggle butt walk. I never thought of it that way, but you're right. Hey, Nettie, today I've got on my schedule that I'm going to be editing videos, just so you know. Laura, you have a corgi? Hashtag jealous. And then Denise says, my daughter has an Aussie, also a wiggle butt. Well, my poodle wiggles his too in a way. I don't know. He prances like a horse and a girl horse at that. So, I can't help it. Yeah. Army vet. Okay. So we got Army vet, Navy vet, Air Force vet. I think we've got almost everything. If we can come up with a Coast Guard vet, wouldn't that be amazing? we got all of the armed forces covered, y'all. Submarines, Marines. Let me think about that. I don't think I know any female Marines. I might. I know a lot of vets, y'all. I took Lissardin for a while as well. My sisters, as well as my sister. My sister's lips swelled up. I had no problems. Wow. Remind me not to ever ask for Lissardin. Lori Barber, I had a corgi named Wrigley. We will never get another pup. She was one of a kind. So sad when we had to put her down. I had to do that right after the pandemic. My doggy passed away. The experiment after party. Is it 11 o'clock? Look, he was right on it, Lori. Lori said, "Come on, Vicky." Bruce Willis was in it. Oh, not Bruce Willis. Okay, I'm thinking somebody totally different. Shoot. Bone Tied Travelers. I'm sorry, Laura. They do steal our hearts. My dog really does steal, y'all. He can go to the counter, grab stuff off the counter, and I'll just hear the splash, the splat, the oomph. I mean, it's bad. Okay, it is after party time according to them. Yes, it is. So I am definitely going to play this right now, y'all. It's a cute little song, yeah. But anyway, love the after party. Y'all get live before the after party, but you really get live after the after party. Because usually about this time, people start coming in, and it's just so much fun when we get to add new people to our community. It is so much fun. So Lori Barber, I played it for you. Lyndon Tolman says, yeah, after I lost my Shih Tzu, oh, amazing. I swore to never get another dog. We always say that. Then I inherited one. Trixie, Shih Tzu will steal your heart. Yes, all dogs steal your heart. It's, the last dog I had, I didn't know I was going to get. He was a rescue dog. And I rescued him also from my son who rescued him. But he had to move into an apartment, and you know how that goes. He was too big for an apartment. So there you go. And and they were gonna my husband and him were all they were all gonna put him. My husband never had a dog before, by the way. They were gonna put him in the take him to the pound, and he'd already been rescued. But the person who rescued him didn't want him and gave him to my son. It was a mess. But anyway, he had the most big, beautiful eyes, y'all. And he looked at me with them eyes, and it was over. I was like, oh shoot, I got a dog. And fell in love with Wiz. Was the best dog ever. He was the best dog. He was rescued, but he had been abused. He was not a full pit bull, but they tried to fight him as a pit bull, and he had a big scar down the side of his neck. And he thought he was a lap dog. He was a big old dog. When he kept trying to get in your lap, it was hilarious. But he was such a sweet dog, and he was perfectly trained. He never caused anything. Now, he had some issues. If you accidentally upset him, like me and Jorge salsa dance, and if we hug each other, salsa dance, he took it as fighting and would start barking at us. And I was just like, okay, dude, but you got issues. He got PTSD, and so does Jorge. So that was kind of ironic too. So, but anyway, they were like this before it was all over. When we had to put him down, I thought I was going to have to take Jorge to OLAP, as they call it, Our Lady of Peace, which is a place where you recover. He was not doing very well. Blessed to Crochet, we had a toy poodle named Abby. Yeah, my first one was a toy named Abby. She was the first dog. I miss her. I miss mine too. She used to play jacks with me. Poodles are extremely smart. I tell you, it was just crazy. Nettie says, I was at first planning to do one long video, but decided to do it in parts. I guess I will take the computer with me to the surgery center and finish my editing. Hopefully post tomorrow. JT, you're in our thoughts, sweetie. You are in our thoughts. Okay. Denise says, girl, I got up and danced. Yes. I would get up and dance, but I ain't got much room in this desk. It may look like I have an old ocean behind me. Yo, Eddie Lugo Studios. Hey, man, welcome into Foodie Time. You're in the after party, sweetie. Laura, you need to do a Tony La Vida Loca before La Vida Loca before playing it and say, dance break, everybody get up. You know what? We could do that, but like I said, I don't have any room to dance over here. I'm gonna have to make some space in this office for some dance moves. I'm trying to get a head start on my editing this month, TCT says. Travel Cake Trips. Enjoy your editing. Looking forward to seeing your videos. They won't be long. I did not do a lot of vlogging like I did on Icon because I still have not released the last Icon video, y'all. Anyway, every pet is the best pet. I know, right? Pit bulls are lap dogs. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, he couldn't fit in my lap, but he was half another dog. And you could see it in his face. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll show y'all a picture of him. I'll post a picture of him, and so you guys can see my baby. He was everything to me, but he watched me. I passed out. Remember telling you I passed out because my blood pressure was too low once? He was down in the basement. We had a 3-story walkout at that time. He was down in the basement, and my husband was watching television at full strength, could not hear that I passed out on the top floor, but Wiz did. And he started barking at Jorge, like, Mom's down, get up, get up, get up. And Jorge said that he got up and he would realize the dog was trying to tell him something. And he went upstairs. He called for me, he said, but he didn't hear anything back. So he went upstairs and found me up on the top floor, face down in the carpet, right? I'm glad there was carpet, y'all. That's all I can say. My hubby didn't leave the house for 2 weeks. It's hard. Yeah, Angie's going through. She just lost her cat. She had to put her cat down with Angie. I was thinking about you when I saw that. It's so hard. M2 times my dog do that also. No one can get too close to me. I know dogs are funny. They're very protective. Y'all have a great day. Eddie, you just came in. He came in for the after party and left. Have a good nap, sweetie. He's been up since who knows when, but anyway. Bless your crochet. Yes, we fostered a dog named Buddy. He did the same thing. When you hug each other, we had to work on give a hug so you knew that it was safe. Yeah, Wiz did not want us to salsa dance. He viewed that as something that was not normal. He thought we were fighting or something. Uh, Mary said the struggle is real when it comes to editing. Girl, editing. Edit is a four-letter word as far as I'm concerned. Bless the crochet. We now have a mocha, and she tries to be a lap dog. I love lap dogs, but my dog is not a lap dog. Not the one I have right now. Ask Denise. I tried to pull him up here one day. Yeah, even I can't even pick him up anymore. Jorge can pick him up, but even when Jorge picks him up, it's like he's picking me up. I mean, it's just like there's just he's a standard poodle or he's a hybrid standard poodle, whatever that means. He's a mutt. Okay, basically, he's not a pedigree. We don't know who his daddy is, and I like to mess with him. I'm like, who your daddy? Because you are not a standard poodle. One probably thinks I'm messed up, y'all. But no, I love my little crazy poodle. Lori, we puppy sit to get our puppy fix. Labradoodles are also lab dogs as well as miniature schnauzers. I guess all dogs like to sit on our laps. Well, yeah. At the bottom, Blessed Crochet says Mocha is a 50-pound staffy. Okay. Juan is a skinny animal. He's just long and lanky like Jorge. He's got these really long legs, poodle legs, and it just cracks me up. Anyway, Angie, our dog is 125 pounds and sometimes wants to climb in your lap. No. That's a full-grown person right there. Once upon a time, I didn't even weigh 125 pounds. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. But yeah, I love dogs. I do. I'm scared of some dogs. Some dogs look at me and go, okay, what's going on here? I mean, I don't know what it is, but they look at me and just go, ah. But a lot of dogs come to me and just love on me and stuff. So I don't know what that's about. It seems like dogs have their own personality. Our biggest puppy is Zeus, a mastiff lap dog. Wow. She says she has bruises on her legs. Angie, that is pretty rough, okay? Say I got scratches, everything. Juan, I don't know, he gets really excited and he doesn't realize he's a puppy, okay? I keep saying that. What is today? The 6th? Today? Yeah, today he is 8 months old. Oh, I just realized today is his 8-month birthday. I love my little crazy, and I do mean crazy dog. he just he's getting better though. He still nips at you. I don't know how to stop the nipping thing. I've been trying to convince him that, you're no longer teething, do not nip at me. But he still does that when he gets really excited. First, I'll rub him and we got to go through this morning rubs routine. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, he's like, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? Oh my, scratches at my age are terrible bad. Oh, terrible bad. Okay. Yeah. Bleed. Oh. They're not that bad. They're not like deep scratches or anything. They're just scratches. And I always say to him, dogs are funny. Like if you put on a lotion that they like, of course, they got to come over and lick it off, right? They have no shame. Carl from Dublin, Ireland. Carl Various. You keep changing your name. I keep telling you, you got to put Carl from Dublin, Ireland. Good afternoon, everyone. Carl, I was so glad you came in. I always mess with Carl because Carl keeps telling me that he's thinking about quitting YouTube. And I'm like, you ain't quitting YouTube. You better stop playing. You're living a destination, okay? But most of us would be honored to live in Dublin for a little while and just be able to uh, vlog about Ireland. That would be so cool. Lori, the medication makes a scratch, a raised blood mass. Ooh, girl, that's terrible. These medications, and I don't have a lot of medications. I do have the Manjaro situation going on right now. And at first I thought for sure that's what was causing all my dizziness, but it could be I'm not eating as much, that could have part of the problem. I do know the diuretic was definitely a big part of the problem because even in my brain, in the back of your head, you're always thinking, okay, is it a wise idea to go on a vacation without your medication? No, not a wise idea, Vicky. But still, I was determined to leave. Okay? I couldn't find it. I was determined to get out of here. Oh, we had such a good time, y'all. I really did. I have to admit, I enjoyed my cruise. Struggling to get 500 subscribers. You know what? Dude, how many subscribers do you have? Just tell me, okay? Because we're going to talk about this. Because I used to be struggling to get to 500. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to go listen to Dublin Carl just to hear the accent. See what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, hashtag grow, Carl, because we love you, Carl. We don't want to see you go. You need to stay in this community. I'm telling you, we will help you to get to 500. So don't go anywhere. Just to hear your accent. Please don't go. Post that link. That's what Lori said. Hashtag grow, Carl. Please show us your link. But yeah, Carl has an interesting accent. It is very cool. I was like, I could go to Ireland and Scotland just to listen to people talk for a while because I love accents anyway. But speaking of accents, like I said, don't miss Josiane. She has a really cool accent and she speaks French. Je parle français. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Carl. He's hashtag Greg. Y'all connect with Carl. We got to convince Carl that instead of leaving YouTube, Carl, you really need to rebrand yourself, okay? If you can. For us travel fanatics, could you change your name to Carl Schill from Dublin, Ireland? I'm telling you, Carl. I know this because I had to rebrand myself too. It's a thing. People love destinations, okay? And you are in a destination. You probably don't even think of it that way because that's where you're from. But for us, it's like, he's from Dublin, Ireland. Oh my gosh. There you go, Carl. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you, Me Too times Elevate. I'll get it right, girl. You could tell us your name. My name is Vicky. Me llama Vicky. There you go. Lori, I thought Josiane was an island girl. I didn't know that accent was French. Yeah, she speaks French. Her family is from Haiti. She is from, well, she lives in New Jersey now, but she grew up in New York. She's got an interesting story. You need to tell your story on your live, dear. A lot of people introduce yourself. Tell them more about you. I think she did it on her first live. I got you, Carl. 500 in 5 minutes. Ask Ryan. Ryan, was I not struggling to get to 500 not too long ago? Anyway, that's just a thing. It's a YouTube thing. And you can't, and I want you to think about this, Carl. No matter how many people you have in your community, you have a community. You do. I know. I've seen them. I've been to your live chat. And you can't take the people in your community for granted. Now, here's a challenge for you. Go over to the community, go to the live chats in the community that you have and get to know that community. Because what happens is if you go to somebody's live chat that's in your community, then they will connect to you and you will start to meet new people. Okay. Just like I went to your community and I met new people. Okay. Because you were in my community. And that's how that goes. Okay. And then your community becomes one big community. But don't think by any means that YouTube is just going to automatically grow your community. It does not happen that way. Anybody who thinks that, I'm going to tell you, I got some news for you. YouTube is work. You got to go out, meet people, connect with people, and you got to meet not just people. You got to meet people who are supportive, who show up at live chats, who are friendly, who want to help you grow, who want, appreciate your help for helping them grow, that kind of thing. So it's a thing. Boom. There you go. A few more to solidify would be great for Carl. I just subbed to you, Carl. Angie said, okay, great. Carl, now, next thing you got to do is you got to show us Dublin, Ireland. We are going to help you grow, but we have one ask, and that is we want to see Dublin. Okay. Can you do that for us? I don't have money to fly there. Okay. Just so you know. I need to see some Dublin, Ireland, man. We are also working on growing blessing through connection and looking to goal of 2,000 on this channel. I know. That's a good goal. I'm looking for that goal myself. Everyone type your link again. Okay, already subscribed, Carl. Yes, Nettie has subscribed to you before. Hashtag grow all together. Kathy, hashtag Carl Shield Various. Please get a gimbal for stabilization and venture out to show us the sights. She's giving you two big pieces of advice. And that's the thing, okay, Carl, and everybody else who's out there. This community is very good at that. Okay, they will teach you how to do things, how to grow, how to chat, they will give you feedback on your channel. Okay, and what she just said is huge. Yeah, a gimbal would help to stabilize your vlogs, but we want to see more of Dublin, Ireland. So and it's going to be hard for you to think about because this is your home. So it's hard to think of your home as a destination. I know I have the same problem here in Louisville. We are a horse town. I have yet to do anything about the Derby or any of the stuff. I don't really think of it as a destination, even though I know in my heart that it is a tourist destination. You did. I helped out with a couple of subscribers. Oh, sweet. Thank you. I've shown you the train station. Yeah. But I can't get there by train, Carl. Look. Okay. What I want to see, I'm going to do a specific ask. I want to see the town of Dublin. The actual, what does a grocery store look like? What does a flower shop look like? Do they have flower shops in Dublin? I don't even know. I mean, that kind of stuff is the stuff that would interest me is, what is the normal Dublin life like? There's a guy that comes in here. His name is John Daniel, and he does a walk around of UK, and he does normal stuff because that's the stuff that you take for granted, but we have never seen. Lori says, Kathy, have you heard Fane Travel Spree talk about why he doesn't use a gimbal? I have not heard him say that. And I've been following Travel Spree since they were like a small channel. Ryan says, there you go, Carl. Looks like 5:05. Yay. You should be solid now as long as we all watched 3 minutes and made a comment and hit the like button. We don't ask much. We just need to do everything. I think I have everybody. You go, girl. Yeah, Lori is a great supporter. So is Danny. We got great supporters in our community. So sub to you, Carl. Denise says. So Carl and the airport. The airport? You did the airport? I'm gonna have to go and look at that because I didn't see that. Okay. Yes, I need to keep a pad of paper so I can get a watch done. Okay. Lori said, Barb, Lori says, I'm going to go through my online list and make a playlist for later. Okay. She is very supportive. Thank you, sweetie, for all that you do. She does a lot. Okay. Anthony on the move. Just subscribe to CCC Carl. Carl said, thanks, everyone. Carl, you know, sweetie, come to this live as much as you can. Type hashtag grow. People will connect to you, especially people that are trying to connect to other communities. They will connect to you. Lori says, me too. It's mostly because he doesn't like carrying one. Oh, I didn't know that. But Fane is funny. And Fane is talented. He makes some of the best vlogs. I tell you what. And Lori, I mean, Laura, she's funny. She has the cute personality in the couple. He has technical skill like nobody. When I first saw them when they were a small channel, I remember saying they're going to grow really fast because they between the two of them they have a lot going for them. And they are the sweetest couple. And they also connected to me back then. And he's from Bermuda, which by the way, I used to live in Bermuda. So we have that in common. But yeah, I love Laura and Fane of Travel Spree, in case you wonder what we're talking about. But anyway, y'all, I'm at the end. It's 11:30. You know, you guys, I could spend all day talking to you guys, but I gotta go get something to eat so that I can go see Josie Ann at 12 o'clock. Lori says, I'm on 7 hours a day, just YouTube alone. Girl. That's a lot of hours. I can't talk though. My husband says he says that at any given time TVs has got YouTube on it. I know he thinks that I have lost my mind. I really think he does think that. But anyway, so there you go. I totally get it. They have been fun to watch through the years. Oh my gosh, yes, they have been. Laura, both of them. I crack up when they go to Coco Cay. They turn up when they go to Coco Cay. That is their favorite island. And they have such a good time. Nettie, peace and love to all. Have a great day. Thank you, sweetie. And what did you think about this background? Should I keep this in the batch of backgrounds? I mean, I do feel it. I do feel the power of the beautiful, clear blue water of the Pacific. Oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, after hour, after hour. Hashtag after hour. Bye. Have a good day. Have a good day, Angie. Like I said, I'm praying for you because I know you've been through a lot this year too. I mean, it's been crazy, girl. So anyway, y'all, see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for showing up and connecting with everybody and helping them grow and being the awesome community that you are. I tell you. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for all of your concern and support during my craziness. And I mean that. When I'm walking around the house talking to the air dryers, hubby crazy. So I'm not the only one who does that. And laughing for no apparent reason in his mind. It's like, what is she laughing about? Bora Bora, I'm thinking about that for JT's retirement. Is it not gorgeous? Have a great day, everyone. Oh my gosh, bless. Keep the crocheting that connection. Yes, crochet and that connection. Denise, bye. Bullcrafting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget about Denise and Linda coming in to Bullcraft. Linda probably will be singing. Love, have an awesome day, my friend. Take care of yourself. Thank you. I will definitely. I took my pill first thing this morning, y'all. Look, I am not playing. I got scared straight. That's all I'm saying. Hi, sweet pea. Have a beautiful day. You too, sweetie. Hashtag grow. Be sure if you have not done already, please type hashtag grow so that everybody can connect to you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going to have the outro now, the outro that I love. I love this song, y'all. Huh. It's a great way to end my live because I just love this song.
Don't wanna go in right. I gotta go you now. Just wear me black and white, but I gotta go now. You saw the one to the right. If you're looking too higher, I done got out of our town and I'm making that move, should stop it. I'm something alone, I know they know her, so I never do the oddness. Baby, I did nothing now, you the little I was out of fun again. But it's a when you rest time, but I'm loyal when you